You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, it's not been a great 24 hours for Angel Reese, as it seems that she has been rejected, we have now found out, twice. One by Team USA coach Cheryl Reeve. We're not big fans of her on this channel. Let's just keep it real. But we have found out that she rejected Angel Reese at the draft and said, nah, we're not going to draft her. Now, I don't know whether or not that's been a great idea considering the lack of production she got from the players she took. But nonetheless, she said gave Angel Reese the Dikembe Mutombo. Now, the other person that has rejected Angel Reese, and now the news is official, and look, Caitlin Clark broke the Seattle Storm the other day. The Fever, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hall, Caitlin Clark, because they have went out there and grabbed French Olympic hero Gabby Williams is coming back to the WNBA. Now, she's signing, and guys, defensively, she's real, all right? She's a real player. She's a really good defensive player. In fact, the Fever could have used them, but let's not forget, all right, Angel Reese just a few days ago tried recruiting her, and this is officially blown up in her face. Okay, now that the gold medal game is over, would you like to be a part of the Chicago Sky again? And she said, no. Or we could just play together for a different organization. They did me dirty, girl. Well, here we are. She's signing with the Storm. Originally acquired by the Storm in a 2022 trade with the LA Sparks, Williams started all 36 games that season, averaging 7.5, 5 rebounds, and earning all defensive second-team honors as Seattle reached the WNBA semifinals before losing to the Aces. A year ago, she re-signed with the Storm mid-season after recovering from a concussion while playing for the French club Asvel. In 10 games before the season-ending stress fracture, those are never good, she averaged 8.4 points a game, 3.8 rebounds. With France hosting this year's Olympics, Williams opted to sit out the first portion of the WNBA schedule to prepare with the national squad. She almost won the whole thing for him. Remember, she would have tied that game if her foot had not been on the line when she put that shot up. She made the shot, by the way. She led France with 15.5 points, 5.8 assists a game, including a team-high 19, as France came within a point of ending Team USA's 60-game unbeaten streak. So, yikes. Sorry, Angel Reese. She's not only not coming to the Sky, but she did, in fact, come back to the WNBA, and she's signing for the playoff run. Man, I think the Seattle Storm got the fear of everything put into them by the Fever the other day. And I was thinking about this after the game. I was like, is the Fever headed to the WNBA Finals? Is that where we're going here? Because I looked at the teams in front of her, in front of Caitlin Clark in the Fever, and I'm like, I think they can legitimately beat every team in front of them, maybe except the Aces, who's loaded. And even then, let's be real, the Aces weren't playing this version of Caitlin Clark earlier in the season. The Aces got the Fever during that murderer's row of a schedule start. I don't know. Should be interesting. So, how about Cheryl Reeve rejected Angel Reese as well? Angel Reese has transitioned to the WNBA from college basketball without much resistance. Okay. She went from one of the country's best collegiate players to a legitimate professional all-star. There's some argument there, but okay. She was drafted number 7 overall by the Chicago Sky in April, with the Minnesota Lynx trading down a spot to avoid taking Reese. Lynx president and head coach Cheryl Reeve decided to pass on Reese because she was not a fit for the team scheme. I got a question. Can only people in the LGBTQ community play for Cheryl Reeve? Just wondering. I mean, she's a member of that squad, so I'm just pointing that out. Reeve thought the introduction of Reese would stunt the impact of Sylvia Fowles and opting to take Alyssa Peely instead. Peely averages 6.4 minutes per game, while Reese barely comes off the floor. Yeah, but there's some argument about whether or not she should. And Cardoza, I think, is riding the bench for Reese. I do. I think getting that double-double thing, it seems to be a biggest priority for the Chicago Sky. If I was a fan of that team, I wouldn't be happy with that. Reeve also served as the head coach of the Olympics for Team USA, and of course, she got a gold medal off the roster. Reeve watched Caitlin Clark, Reese, and others defeat Team USA at the WNBA All-Star Game last month, the only time the Americans lost this summer. That is crazy. If Reeve stays as the Team USA head coach, it may be impossible for her to leave Reese off the American Olympic roster for when the global event comes to LA in 2028. Until then, Reeve may have seller's remorse while Reese continues to increase her star profile. Wow. I mean, that's crazy. So Cheryl Reeve literally traded out of the spot to avoid taking Angel Reese. Yikes. That's I don't know if that's a great move or not. I mean, look, I think we've obviously chronicled at great length some of the stat padding that Angel Reese has done that's inflated her stats. But, do I see her as somebody that could play off the bench or, start games or whatever? I mean, you would think the Lynx would have wanted Angel Reese or at least given her a shot to have made the team. She didn't even want to give Reese a shot to be on the team. Man, I am not the biggest Cheryl Reeve fan at all. I'm not a fan at all. So, anyway, I think her, Dawn Staley, Jen Rosati, that WNBA crew that was involved in the Olympics purposely left Caitlin Clark off that squad, and she should have been on there for either Chelsea Gray or Diana Taurasi. That proved itself. It proved me right when you saw their numbers in the Olympics. Yikes. Cheryl Reeve just has her own priorities, and she's been nasty when it comes to Caitlin Clark. Evidently, she didn't like Angel Reese either. Yikes. Rejected. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.